Hello, this is Toby the Galactic Intuitive. Thank you so much for being here. So let's just get straight to the point. I don't know if you've seen the message or the video that I posted late last night. That was not the message I was expecting to receive. Now, a lot of times the messages I receive from the 9 are not what I expect at all. So that part isn't exactly unusual. And as I've mentioned in videos before, I have a tendency to say that, oh, that was unexpected. So that's not really that unusual. I'm getting used to that. However, the message from last night was particularly difficult for me to share. We can talk about hard things here. We talk about difficult subjects, and I mean the spiritual journey and the path of healing and of self-awareness and remembrance of sovereignty. As the message said yesterday, that is not an easy path, right? We talk about difficult things here. Yesterday's message, I think, took it to a different level. And I was very aware of how potentially polarizing that message could be. And then human me had an awareness of the potential to alienate a group of you. I certainly hope that did not happen. However, at the same time, it was abundantly clear to me. Well, first of all, this is my mission, is to share these messages with you. And if I'm filtering them, or if I'm editing them, or if I'm changing them in any way to make them more palatable to changing them to a form that I feel, human Toby feels is going to be more palatable, more digestible, I'm not doing my mission. And I'm not doing any of you any favors either. Because sometimes, and interestingly, this has been a really big theme for me recently in my personal life. And it is something that we've talked about a lot in the last month, and that's integrity and authenticity and being willing to speak your truth regardless of how it's received. So, where am I going with this? Well, I just felt like I wanted to share that with you, first of all, and also that it's important to talk about, because we can talk about hard things here. That phrase just kept going through my mind as I was thinking today about what we were going to talk about and how I was going to approach this. I had a bit of post-upload anxiety about that video, to be quite honest, because I recognized how potentially polarizing it could be. And then the message I received this morning from the 9, I'm going to read part of this to you. It was a bit of a kind of simultaneously a conversation between me and the 9 and a channeled message. So in this one, they seem to merge together. Anyway, the part that I wanted to share with you was that that message yesterday was meant to bring resistance and contrast to the surface, to be felt and seen so that we may make a new choice. One which affords us an opportunity to move into the wavelength and frequency of collective heart expansion. And then they went on to talk about suffering. And we've talked about that in the past as well. And they posed the question, do we choose to align with suffering, or do we choose to align with ease and peace? Now, I know that can get the mental space spinning, because there is what's the word I want to say? There's an idea, that's not the word, but there is this kind of idea running. How do I want to say this? The word that keeps coming through is supposition. I don't think that this is the right word, but maybe it is. But there's a supposition that in order to be empathetic to others' suffering, that we need to engage in it, right? And so I think that's what they're speaking to here. Are we choosing to align with suffering, or are we choosing to align with ease and peace? Adding more energy to suffering to an event or situation or group does not alleviate suffering, it feeds it. It is a contrast state which humans often get tied into a loop of recreation versus an exit way towards solution. So I thought that was really, really interesting. And again, something I wanted to share with you guys because of the emotions I have around sharing the message yesterday, and then to share with you also that the contrast that you may have felt in watching the message, or even in reading the title and then so did not watch the message, was purposeful, and that anything that triggers that sense of contrast in us, especially right now, is purposeful. I mean, it always is. There's always something to be learned and something to be gained when we're triggered by something, if we are willing to look into it and to reflect upon it, and to then look at ourselves and look inward. Why are we being triggered by this? Is there a different perspective I can take that allows me to witness it without investing emotionally in the contrast? And then this circles back around to authenticity. Because so often, and we're seeing it on a collective stage now, I'm not making any judgments here about what's right, what's wrong. That's not what we're here to talk about, because those are subjective to a point. Let's not get crazy with you guys know what I'm talking about. We're talking about speaking things, okay? So we're at a point in the collective evolution. Interesting. I was hearing both evolution and stagnation at the same time. So it depends upon where one is in their path. We are at a point in the evolution of the collective where those triggers are being presented in ways that attempt to portray them as something other than triggers. They attempt to portray them as in a sort of righteousness. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. If you're not catching the words, I know you're catching the frequency. And this is where authenticity and integrity comes in. And discernment as well. This is where it is crucial for each and every one of us to be able to literally and figuratively shut off the noise from the outside and decide for ourselves. And decide for ourselves from a place of that self-sovereignty that the 9 talked about yesterday. a place of balance, and a place from which we invest our energy into unification, the unification within ourselves that then ripples out to the unification with others. They are one and the same. So I know these have been kind of heavy messages, but man, we are at a really, really crucial time. And we are being given these massive opportunities to, this brings up what I want to talk about next. Let me find my page here, because there is a quote that something that, an affirmation that I wrote that is exactly what I want to talk about next. And this segues perfectly. We are being given these massive opportunities to be the new us. And here's the affirmation. The now me is the new me, and I act, think, and vibrate accordingly. Let's think about that. What if we stop? Because I've been talking about the new us, the new us, the new us, as if it is something that is not in the now. But what we need to recognize is the now you is the new you. If you are acting, thinking, vibrating, behaving accordingly, expressing all of the things, right? If you are in the frequency of the new you, then your behaviors, it's time now for that internal frequency to be expressed externally. So the now you is the new you. And so these very intense situations and events are the stage upon which we are being afforded these massive opportunities to step forward and express as the new us, the new me, the new you. Some people might call them tests. I don't like to call them tests. It's not like the universe is out throwing tests around. They're opportunities. And how you behave, how you feel about it, that informs you about where you are on your journey. Again, there's no right or wrong. It's a matter of what is. And I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I'm doing this work too. We have massive, I got a hair that's in my eyelashes, is driving me nuts. We have massive opportunities to step forward as the new us. Does it feel good? No, it does not feel good. Is it comfortable? Absolutely not. No, it is not comfortable. Is it scary? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times it is, because you know what? It's the new you. You've not been this you before, not in this lifetime anyway. This is, yeah, it's being remembered, but does that make it easy? No, it doesn't make it easy. It's not easy. Is it worth it? Absolutely, yeah, it's worth it. Well, for me it is. You have to make your own decision. But you're not alone in it. I'm right there with you. All of us here, we're all right there with you. You're not in it alone. We're all sometimes stumbling, sometimes falling down, always getting back up. It's not easy, but it is damn well worth it. And what an amazing opportunity, too, to be able to have these opportunities to make new choices, to absolutely end the cycle to stop the patterns that kept us in restriction, in lack, in codependency, in toxic relationships, in unhealthy patterns, in, why am I hearing mind traps? Mental traps, in constriction, in separation, even hiding behind masks and not allowing ourselves to express who we truly are. No, we're done with that. We're done with that. I'm reminded of one of my favorite sayings. I didn't come this far just to come this far. I haven't done all that I've done so far. I haven't learned all that I've learned so far. I haven't invested all that I've invested so far. And I mean all different types of resources in myself to stop now. So yes, there's a lot to be said for being in the right frequency and for envisioning the life that you are planning out and that you are creating. In equal measure, we must take action. And sometimes action is responding to a difficult situation from the new you, the now you, the new you. It's the same. And it's those things that might seem like small choices and might seem like they're not even connected to whatever you are creating or manifesting. But those choices are energetic representations of the frequency that aligns with those manifestations. When you're choosing from the new you, from the frequency of alignment with the new you, then you're aligning with those things that you're wanting to manifest. I was going to say, I hope that makes sense, but I know it does. I know you're catching it. All right. What else do we want to say? What else do we want to share? I think that's it. I'm going to share this affirmation with you one more time. The now me is the new me, and I act, think, and vibrate accordingly. I think that's it. That's it for now. I will be back very soon, possibly tomorrow. But if not, it'll be within only a day or two. I'll definitely be back over the weekend before the eclipse. So we have the eclipse on the 21st. Oh, there goes my light. I must be done. We have the eclipse on the 21st. We have the equinox on the 22nd. Use this time wisely, my friends. It's amazing opportunities for all of us, for the collective, for all of us as individuals, and for the collective, the entire world, because each of us makes a difference. All right, that is it. Sending you so much love. Thank you so much, as always, for being here. If you are new, welcome. I forgot to say that to begin with. If you're returning, thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. An interesting tidbit of information. Only about 50% of you who watch are subscribed to the channel. I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel. If you are not already, that definitely helps. It helps other people potentially see the messages and get it spread out there through the algorithm. And it's free. So thank you so much. I appreciate you all, each and every one of you, your presence here, the community. Yeah, it means a lot to me. Thank you. I'll see you very soon.